Hello everybody, it's me. Welcome back to the video. Now, in this video, I am going to be ranking the Oasis Doodles. Now, I am pretty excited to do this. And I don't know if I've already done this, but now since the Oasis is like out entirely, we're able to just rank these, and it's going to be very, very nice. Though I might do a part 2 to this once Oasis part 2 comes out and we get access to the Zarazuza. I don't exactly remember the name, but yeah, we're going to be counting Bronzok and Montor as well in this little tier list. But yeah, overall, I am pretty excited to get into it. Without further ado, let's hop into the first, the number 5. Yeah, number 5. Now, I'm going to be having some battles being played over this, so you guys are not super bored watching me walk around during the Oasis. But anyway, for the number 5 on our list, I wanted to give it to Bronzok, actually. Now, the reason I give it to Bronzok, I just want to point out that this does not mean it's bad. It is far, far from it. I just think there's other things in the Oasis that can do stuff a little bit better, you know? Like, it doesn't mean that Bronzok's bad because it's ranked the lowest on this list. This is just my opinion on the Oasis Doodles. The thing is about Bronzok is that Fire Metal is a very strong defensive typing, but it has no like defensive utility. It has Incinerate and Burning Orb, which disarming items is good and burning things is good. Problem is, it doesn't hit fire types, and it just can't really do anything against fire types unless it has like some kind of earth move. I guess I could check that really quick so that I don't look stupid saying it can't hit fire types when it has like landslide or something. But yeah, it's supposed to simulate what Heatran was in a way, because it has basically the same abilities, and it also has Steam Guard, which is interesting, where it's hit with a water move that boosts its evasion. Yeah, it has Earth Lance, it has Stampede, so it's able to actually hit things pretty well, and it feels like it's supposed to be offensive, like an offensive version of Heatran, but something about it just feels like it's kind of like Mamolten, where the idea of it is there, where it can hit a lot of things very well, but then on paper it doesn't hit them that hard. You kind of have to rely on clicking setup moves, kind of like Sharpen and Toughen, and then you have to rely on like Earth Lance and Stampede and Earth Surge, all that stuff, you know? And generally, I don't know. I feel like if in the future it got some more utility moves, it could definitely be better. But right now, I think it is completely fine. I don't think it's bad, but it's not something that I am probably going to use very consistently. But yeah, on to the number 4 on our list is going to go to Bubble. Now, again, not because it's bad. I actually really do enjoy using Bubble. Having that one weakness is pretty nice. And I think, yeah, it's cool. One weakness, you know, cool. And it's a pretty easily countered typing that it's weak to, being Plant, right? And honestly, I think Bubble is really cool. It's just a Bubble Bowl, you know? You kind of have 2 bowls. You have Bronzok, and then you got the Hippo, like Bubble. I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy it. It has good coverage. It has different variants of sets that it can use, a variety of them, actually. It can use a ranged one, it can use a melee one, it could use a like defensive one. It could use a lot of different things, and it has a lot of potential to just generally be a cool kind of doodle. You could even run like Marking Shot and like be like a gimmick thing where you're using like you use Marking Shot with like a Hexblade user. That could be crazy. But yeah, it has really, really good coverage moves. It's got Cone of Cold. It's got Earth Surge. It has Earth Lance. I think using a magical set is a little bit better. Personally, I think it has higher melee attack though. Yeah. But overall, I think this thing is pretty solid, and I don't have that much to say about it, because all it really does is I will either do damage or I'll be defensive with Water Absorb, so I have 2 immunities, you know? You could be weak to electric, you could be immune to electric and water, so in a way you could be able to beat Volt Enchant a little bit, I guess, if you're thinking about it like that. That's just what came to my head. But yeah, that is a pretty pretty nice Doodle. Yeah, I think it deserves the number 4 spot. Again, it doesn't mean that it's bad. But anyway, hopping into the number 3 spot, I want you guys to see if you can guess which one it is. And if you said Montour, you're correct. I enjoyed using Montour when it first came out. I of course using a 4-star, and I definitely was not able to do it justice for how good it can possibly be. I think it's awesome having shock therapy with at the same time being able to basically boost your attacks by 50% is insane, and it's really, really strong. It has a good coverage move in Gem Blast, which is able to hit his electric types, which actually fully wall it, and it's generally pretty nice. It has the option of going for like solid charge to hit like Clangatang and other metal types that are able to pretty much beat it. But it has a problem where it can be walled by things like, where it could be easily walled by, like Voltatu, you know, like Clangatang, depending on what set it's using. But if you can get rid of those things, it does some good work. I'm just saying, being able to just consistently throw out really strong attacks, and generally you're only weak to 3 typings, well, 4. You're quad weak to earth, weak to melee, weak to fire, and you're weak to crystal. So that's not a lot of hard typings to beat, you know? And generally you're super bulky and you're hard to take down in a singular hit, and you're able to threaten a lot of things that can hit you for like good damage, you know? And it's honestly a pretty nice Doodle, and I'd probably use it again at some point. It definitely seems solid. The electric metal typing is a very good defensive typing. You have 3 quad resists, which is insane, and you resist basic, plant, light, quad resist metal, quad resist beast, quad resist air, resist insect, resist mind, and you resist ice, and you're immune to poison. It's just a really good defensive typing all around, and it's honestly really cool, and I'm happy that it exists. But yeah, that'll be number 3, and hopping into number 2 is something that I have used a little bit off and on. Of course, I'm talking about Libelagua. Now, I still feel like I'm butchering that pronunciation, but I honestly really do like this thing. It can be used as in a wide variety, like everything in the Oasis can be. It can be used as a taunt pivot in a way. Like imagine for an insect pivot, it'd just be busted. You can click Entomophobia on something that switches in and then suddenly it's taunted, right? You can go against Geneko leads, Entomophobia, it's taunted, Beast Summon doesn't go up. It's a really, really good hyper offensive lead, in my opinion, because I think it gets Beast Summon itself. So if you use like Beast Summon and stuff, and I'm not sure if the trait actually works, like if it's an insect move or a damaging move. I think it does damage to a target with an insect move, yes. So basically, if you were to click, if they let off with Geneko, you can click Entomophobia, and suddenly, boom, they try to click Beast Summon, doesn't work. They can't outspeed you either because you have a base speed of 204, while it can't outspeed you with a base speed. I think Geneko's max is 198. Correct me if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the number. And with a specific set that you can run on Libelagua, you're able to outspeed pretty much everything in the entire game, which is really good for revenge killing. In my opinion, the only downside of it is it having the lack of offensive capabilities without rain power being up. I mean, it has good coverage, it has pivot, it has good double stab in Entomophobia and Tsunami, but I think it has like a 70 base attack stat going off of that. I think Libel was meant to just kind of be a counter to hyper offensive leads and stuff like with Geneko. I mean 90 magic attack. That's not horrible, but I feel like it just doesn't do enough, in my opinion. But if you're using something like, what is it? I think it's Rain Power, yeah? Then, yeah, oh wait. Antenna Beam, not Entomophobia, sorry. But if you're using something like Antenna Beam, it can be very good. Oh, Entomophobia and Antenna Beam exist. Oh, they're basically the same thing. Okay, but yeah. Generally, this thing is pretty solid. Has water ice coverage, which I think only Rust and Snap Freeze really apply to that. Anyway, I do enjoy using this thing, and I think it is fun. I think you should definitely give it a shot. It definitely is something that is fast, can counter lead against suicide trap leads like Springlings and Tangling Vines. I think with Vitality, Springling will probably outspeed you, so unfortunately those will be going up, and you'll have to get rid of those at some point. You can stop Janeko, you can stop opposing Libelaguas if you're running a max speed set and they're running like another specific set. You can also stop Spunnies, which is pretty uncommon, but it does set up Yarn Snare. You can stop that from doing anything. And generally, it's pretty good as a lead itself. It can be summon Tomophobia. It can do all of that. And then you guys can probably guess who is #1 on this list. I know. Shocker. It is Ella Fortune. Now look, Ella Fortune itself is a fairly strong Doodle, right? It has good speed, good offensive stats, and generally has pretty good bulk, I think. Has 101 HP, 124 magical defense, 103 magic attack, 90 speed. It's generally really good. But then you look at its melee defense, it's like, oh, that sucks. Like, 62 melee defense is not the best, and you don't really want that. But I'm just saying, everything else about it is insane. Its offensive typing is really good, mind you. I really like its offensive typing. It's probably one of my favorites. Mind Light doesn't, it just feels like it's hard to stop, you know? Like, how do you really stop Mind Light? I think, like, how do you stop that? Think about it. Like, if you really think about it, how do you really stop that? You can go kill Intel. And that's Chi Blast. So, all of a sudden, it's able to just stop everything. And if it's using Flashbang, which I think is just such a good move on Ella Fortune, if it uses Flashbang with its hidden trait, it's just able to pick up free KOs. If you've been watching a battle, I don't know where the battle is right now in the video that's playing right now. I don't know where the battle is. But if you've been watching, I either have missed my Chi Blast twice in a row on the Skadeen that I trapped, or I'm kind of trapping a lot of things. And using Ella Fortune that way to gain a lot of momentum and just generally free damage, because they can't switch out. They can't. And when you Flashbang, and then you have a super effective move after that, you might be killing there. It honestly entirely depends, and it's honestly a really solid Doodle, and I think that it should definitely get nerfed. I think it's a little too good right now. Like, trapping something is kind of lame, but in my opinion, I think you need to wait until the grease change comes, which, if you guys don't know, grease is being changed to where you can switch out even when pursuit is used on you if you were holding a grease item. And I think that could maybe affect something that Ella Fortune does, but it's also funny that grease actually completely prevents brainwash from going up, so that is really good too. And generally, it's just really hard to stop because it can flinch, it has good speed. You could use a semi-speedy one like I was doing, and I think that's just a really good way of using it. You can use a premonition one with, I don't freaking know, dispose. You can agitate, you can protect, you can glow up. You have careless assault for whatever reason, you know? It's just crazy. I definitely think that it's gonna have a nerf. But what would be, I don't know, like, make it so then, like, certain typings can, like, make it so they're trapped until they take damage, you know? So that'd just be a horrific nerf, actually. So Ella Fortune just can't switch out, and you just can't switch out till you take damage. But in a way, that would make it so glow up would become more popular, I would think. So you just switch in on things that you're able to beat, then you can just glow up. So it would adapt to that in a way, but I'm not sure. Trapping in general is just kind of a strategy in singles, because when you're trapped, you are in a 1v1, whereas if it's in like doubles, you have two things that can deal with the trap rather than just one thing, you know? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the list, and I'll put it up on screen now if you want to see it. I think I'm happy with this list. Only thing that I'd probably say is, again, I'm not saying that Bronzok and Bubble are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just ranking them how I feel about them as a Doodle, and it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny that, like, I used a 4-star one and it was still good. I did enjoy them. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see everyone in the next one. Bye-bye.